Let's map today's 12 high-yield developments across economy, banking, security, environment, science, and international relations. India is pivoting towards strict regulatory governance and climate-resilient infrastructure. These policies directly impact internal security and financial inclusion, making them prime targets for prelims and mains. We begin with financial trust. As digital payments expand, the RBI has finalized a compensation framework for victims of small-value digital fraud. If a customer is deceived, the compensation limit is capped at 85% of the loss, or 25,000 rupees, whichever is lower. This rule takes effect on January 1, 2027. That same push for control applies to artificial intelligence. The RBI's new draft rules require banks to maintain strict, board-approved human oversight over AI automated decisions. This ensures algorithms don't create unchecked risks in credit scoring or loan pricing. Shifting to governance and security, the Home Ministry tightened the Foreign Contribution Regulation Act through the 2026 amendment rules. NGOs face stricter tracking. Their registrations will now be purpose and state-specific, and they must prove they have utilized at least 75% of previous foreign funds before receiving new installments. In the manufacturing sector, strict standards can sometimes bottleneck production. To fix this, DPIIT notified the Transition Facilitation Quality Control Order. It creates an alternative, risk-based compliance route under Scheme 2, allowing domestic industries to meet safety standards without sudden supply chain disruptions. Let's look at critical infrastructure. Heavy rainfall, cloudbursts, and landslides recently devastated the remote terrain of Arunachal Pradesh, knocking out essential communication lines. To maintain disaster response operations, the Department of Telecommunications activated intra-circle roaming across 4 districts in Arunachal Pradesh. This allowed citizens and rescue teams to use any available telecom network when their own operator went down. Infrastructure is also expanding in the financial markets. SEBI launched the India Market Access Portal to simplify compliance for foreign portfolio investors. Meanwhile, the RBI expanded the credit derivatives market, allowing instruments like credit default swaps. However, non-resident investors are restricted to using these tools exclusively for hedging, not speculation. Looking at sustainable production, India currently imports about 1 crore metric tons of urea every year. To cut emissions and import dependence, the government is preparing a roadmap for green urea. SECI will act as the intermediary to procure green ammonia, combining it with captured carbon dioxide to produce sustainable fertilizer.
Stop and test your recall. What is the exact numerical cap for RBI digital fraud compensation? And what percentage of previous funds must an NGO use under the new FCRA rules? Say it out loud. If you said 25,000 rupees and 75%, you're on track. Let's move to the environment. Under Section 38 of the Biological Diversity Act, the National Biodiversity Authority released a standard operating procedure to notify threatened species. Currently, 159 plant species and 173 animal species hold this strict protected status. On the security front, the Home Minister chaired the 10th NCORD meeting, releasing the vision document on drug control for 2026 to 2029. Backed by a nationwide drug disposal campaign, the strategy targets drug trafficking through 4 pillars: enforcement, synthetic drug control, demand reduction, and interagency coordination. In science, the Department of Atomic Energy inaugurated the world's first hydrogen production facility at Kalpakkam. It uses the copper-chlorine thermochemical cycle powered by nuclear process heat from the fast breeder test reactor. This proves nuclear energy can generate clean hydrogen without relying on fossil fuels. Finally, international trade. The India-UK Comprehensive Economic and Trade Agreement is expected to be implemented by July 15th. To ensure domestic businesses actually benefit from it, the Commerce Ministry is deploying 1,000 advisory personnel. They will help MSMEs navigate tariffs and integrate into global value chains. These 12 facts align into 3 core pillars: trust, climate, and security. They show how economic agility is being balanced with state oversight. Let's run the full map. We have the 25,000 rupee RBI digital fraud cap, strict human oversight for banking AI, the 75% FCRA NGO utilization rule, the DPIIT Scheme 2 supply chain bypass, the Arunachal Telecom roaming web, and the SEBI market access portal. We move to the hedging-only derivatives market.
the SECI-backed Green Urea Farm, the Section 38 Threatened Species SOP, the 4-pillar NCORD drug control vision, the nuclear-powered Kalpakkam hydrogen plant, and finally, the 1,000 trade advisors for the India-UK CETA. Review this list. Check the dates, the numerical limits, and the acronyms. Master these 12 points and you are ready for both the objective facts of prelims and the analytical arguments of mains. Keep building the map.